Hey YouTube, this is going to be a review of the eBags TLS Mother Lode Weekender Convertible. That's the bag you see on the left there in a purple color that my girlfriend ordered. I've got it set up here next to my backpack, which I've used for most of my carry-on travels. It's the North Face Overhaul 40. This is a model from a few years ago, but they still make this bag with a few revisions now. The eBags bag is a bit taller and a bit wider. It's a bit closer to that maximum carry-on size, so it's pretty nice in that sense. You can get a bit more clothing in there, and it is a lay flat packing bag, so this zipper goes all the way down, so you can open it up, as we'll see in a bit. It makes packing a bit easier. I'll just go over some of the specs here. So maximum carry-on size is generally 21 inches tall by 14 inches wide by 9 inches thick, or 8 depending on where you're flying. You can see here this bag is pretty much right at 21 inches, which is good. Get it on the side there. Always good to have a soft bag because it's compressible like that, so you're not going to have problems. 14 inches in terms of width, which is perfect. And then in terms of height, notice I've got the shoulder straps here, so you could probably get it a little bit slimmer if you wanted to by tucking those away. I personally don't think that's necessary. I don't have this packed to the brim, and I'd say it's at about 8 inches in terms of the thickness. Obviously if I had more stuff in there, you'd be closer to 9. And it can get bigger than that, but we'll get to that in a minute. So on the front of the bag, or the exterior of the bag, you've got a grab handle here. You've got one on top. You've got one on this side. Right here you've got a Napoleon zip pocket. This would be a place to put your passport, ticket if you want. I personally think that might not be the most secure place for it, because if this bag is on your back, this would be a pretty easy pocket to get into. But it's there. You've got a water bottle pocket here, which is interesting but kind of awkward in my opinion. You know, it's going to stick out like this. It's, you know, cool that they made a pocket that tucks away, but personally I would rather it just be a elastic pocket on the side right there, like you have on a North Face bag, that you can just slip the water bottle in and out of, and I can actually reach back with my backpack on my back and grab my water. Let's go into this compartment. We've got a utility or organizer here. I think that this could actually use a few more pockets for pens and stuff like that, and I wish that this pocket was a bit wider for something like a 2.5-inch portable hard drive, but it's better than nothing. These two pockets here, you can go all the way to the depth, so if you put just flat stuff and it's thin in here, it shouldn't be a problem. I would avoid putting anything too thick in here, because that will make the bag not only, you know, bulk up, but it's going to stick out and make it more difficult to get into the overhead bin, or especially if you're trying to get it under the seat in front of you, which I haven't even tried with this bag, so but it should be possible as long as it's thin enough. This compartment is big enough that you know, if you, assuming you're wearing something long sleeve on the flight, and wherever you get to, it's warm enough that you don't need it, you could just undo this and slide it in here without having to go into the main part of the bag. That's kind of nice. This pocket up at the top is ideal for your liquids, because it's at the top of the bag, readily accessible. There's actually enough space here that you could, you know, put sunglasses in here as well, or whatever else, but that's nice feature. The cordage here on the zippers is reflective, which would just help if, you know, you're walking at night and you know, there's a car behind you or anything like that. I don't know if it's going to save your life, because it's not a whole lot, but it's there. The zippers here lock, these lock. I think all these zippers are lockable zippers. I'll spin around here. Take a look at the shoulder straps. Decent padding. This is fine. There's a laptop in there right now. I can kind of make out the shape of it, but I've put this bag on my back, and you know it's comfortable enough for travel purposes. I don't know about doing a several mile hike in it, but it's good enough. One thing I don't like about the laptop compartment is the fact that, so you've got these compression straps here, which is great for keeping the bag nice and thin, but this is the, here's the zipper for the laptop, and you can see it's one more step if you want to get to the laptop compartment when you're going through security. You've got to undo that strap. Inside the bag here, there's a kind of a adjustable shelf here that your laptop sits on, but it's held up by this buckle, this strap, which means you have to undo that in order to get your laptop out. Now you could just avoid that completely and not use it, but then the problem is there's no padding at the bottom of this pocket. It just goes right onto the ground, and so if you set your bag down hard, the bottom edge of your laptop is just going to go hard against concrete or whatever you're putting your bag on. So with that in mind, I would recommend using that. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm buckling that back up, and we'll move on to the main compartment. So there's two compression straps on each side. Mesh pocket in case you want to separate some of your stuff, dirty laundry or whatever. This is a Pack Safe Travel Safe. If you don't know what that is, you can look at my website. I always travel with one of those for keeping my laptop and other stuff safe. And then in the main compartment here, I've basically got easily a week's worth of clothes. I've got 7 t-shirts, 7 pairs of underwear, long sleeve zip-up jackets, swim shorts, and then 2 pair of regular shorts, pair of jeans, and normally I'd wear a pair of jeans on the plane and I'd have a long sleeve thing like this on me on the plane. And then I've got a pair of Sanuk shoes in here, which are good for the beach. That would be in addition to whatever shoes I wore on the plane. Got a pair of socks or 2 in here. Bathroom stuff, sunglasses. I could easily live out of this bag for months. It does have a dividing shelf in here, which can be unclipped. I guess that's kind of nice. I haven't really tried it out enough to know if that's going to make a big deal or not. What I think will make a bigger deal is these internal compression straps. Again, that's keeping everything nice and tight, nice and flat, so that the bag is not overbulked. Now, if you were in a situation where you needed more space, there is another zipper right, where is it? There it is. Right here, which goes all the way around. Once you unzip that, the bag expands. That is nice in case I would not recommend leaving, packing at home with using that space in mind. I would leave that zipped, and that way if you buy stuff while you're traveling, you can expand it and get it in there. The thing is with this bag fully expanded and stuffed full of stuff, that could easily put you over the carry-on limit size, and instead of 8 or 9 inches, put you at something like 12 inches. So you might get busted and have to check your bag. Just something to think about. Overall, it's a pretty good bag for the price. I do wish that eBags would get a different logo. Frankly, I think it's ugly. But they have put quite a bit of thought into this. Maybe they'll make some revisions and make it even better.